everyone, and welcome to Conversations with Nancy. We are in season 3 of the podcast, and today we are actually focusing on our community partnerships. So that involves all the partnerships that we have in our community that assist with accessibility and convenience for our customers of Hillsborough County. Today we have, of course, our tax collector, Nancy Millan, and we also have Genesis Smith from Pepin Distributing. And we're excited to talk today about our fleet program. So welcome, ladies. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, thank you. Welcome, Genesis. So glad to have you with us today.
I'm delighted to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
So today we're talking about our partnerships, and I'm so grateful that through our networks, we started a community advisory board, which you serve on, which the advisory board allows us to solicit feedback from our community leaders about our service, the tax collector service, and kind of gauge what we're doing well, what we're doing wrong, and how we can improve. And through that, and through those conversations, I was really excited to be able to talk to you about some things with Pepin and how we can improve our services.
Absolutely. Yeah. So as Tori mentioned, I'm Genesis Smith. I'm the Director of Legal and HR for Pepin Distributing Company. We service 3,500 different accounts across Hillsborough County, 400 employees, 75 different brands. With that much territory to cover and that many vehicles on the road, we operate a really big fleet. So it was great to connect with you and the tax advisory board and get to know a little bit more about what you all were doing and some of the initiatives that you were part of. I got to connect with Jennifer Castro after that first meeting.
Right.
We talked about the idea of a fleet program, and we got to talking a little bit more. She had this great idea about really developing a full-blown program. So we connected afterwards. We talked a little bit. I took some of those notes back to our manager of the fleet at the time, and he explained that we were doing a really fragmented process that was really disconnected. And I thought, oh my gosh, that has to change. So
yeah, what's interesting too about that process is that I also found out that you were paying an extra cost to someone from outside to process these registration renewals. So I love the fact that we were able to collaborate with you, because not only did we identify a process that would work for both of us, but it would also save you money, because we were going to do the same thing without charging any extra fees. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. What really stuck out to me about Jim's process was that he was using a third-party company in another county to register the vehicles, and then he would go physically pick up all the plates and all the attendant information. And I thought, that's such a disjointed process that makes no sense. And moreover, we're taking those tax dollars out of Hillsborough County.
Right.
So we knew right then and there that had to change.
Absolutely. And I think that's that's an important part, because we definitely want to keep those funds right here in Hillsborough County. But streamlining the process where now you're able to set up an account with our office, so that we would have an escrow account essentially for you to then send in your renewals in a bulk upload, even cover tolls if you needed to, that we would be able to pay automatically and send them to you. So I think that in itself was a huge process of improvement for both ends.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, on top of taking those tax dollars out of Hillsborough County, like you mentioned, we were paying a premium of $5 per vehicle registration number, right? Or vehicle identification number, that VIN number.
Right.
So with tractors, trailers, and then our light fleet, we're talking about over 300 VIN numbers in our fleet. That amount adds up really quickly. Right. So being able to partner with you all, the creation of that trust account, that was fantastic. Really streamlined the system for us, made it a lot easier to clear those tolls, pay things on time, and then the notifications in the system too.
Yes.
Making sure that the registrations happen seamlessly.
That's a great point, because you talk about communication. This opened up a line of communication. We have a set team that works specifically on fleets with each company. So you have a direct connection to our office and a whole team that's there to serve you and your staff. So if there's any issues, or perhaps there's a plate that needs to be renewed, or if there's any questions, you have direct access to us, and we, at the same time, can reply or send you email notifications if there's any issues, which I think is also another plus for both sides. I think it establishes a partnership with the community business partners that did not exist before. And thanks to you and having these conversations. Now we have a program that we can invite others with vehicles, companies who have 25 vehicles or more, to be in this program and take advantage of the simplicity of it and the way that just everything is organized and able to connect with us immediately to get their registrations.
Absolutely. We have loved the program, but I want to back up something you mentioned just a moment ago, because you talked about your staff. And I got to say, even incredible staff at the tax collector's office. We love working with them. They're incredibly professional, incredibly proficient, experts in their field for sure. And they've designed a really easy to use system that it functions fluidly. And for me, that is just the epitome of excellence in public service. So kudos
so
to
much.
you.
I appreciate that. Office. I think it's too, and it's important is that people don't realize that sometimes you have to have a license plate renewed, where you actually have to get a physical new plate. So that also puts some stumbling blocks when you're trying to do that, especially if there's a whole large number of them. So having that dedicated staff that gets to know you, builds that relationship. So it's just picking up the phone or sending an email and taking care of those transactions with such ease, I think, is something valuable that I think is new. And it really sets us apart as far as government working with our private sector companies to do something great for the community.
Absolutely. You built an efficiency that saved us money. I mean, it's a huge win for us. We're so glad to have the partnership.
And thank you for sharing our story. It's because of people like you and the feedback that we received that we're able to continue to improve our processes and really enhance our service delivery for every resident in Hillsborough County. So I really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. That was a really great conversation. You know, as they highlighted the enhancements that we've already made to the fleet program, including clearing tolls, using those trust accounts that they were talking about. Everything's a one-stop shop. So if you are somebody or you know somebody that has a fleet of 25 or more vehicles, we encourage you to learn more about the fleet program and sign up. It makes it so easy, just as these ladies highlighted. So if you'd like more information, please visit our website at hillstaxfl.gov. Thank you so much for joining us today for Conversations with Nancy. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.